The Burning Questions is a panel-style cybersecurity discussion featuring industry practitioners as co-hosts and panelists. Each episode focuses on delivering unfiltered, experience-driven opinions on real-world cybersecurity topics. We're looking for no vendor spin, no fluff, no word salads, just sharp questions, real expertise, and increasingly questionable life choices. Here are the rules for the panel. Every time a question is asked, the panelist answering must take a bite of a specially selected, brutally spicy food item. The host takes a bite too. Just to be fair, the escalating heat mirrors the real pressure faced by cybersecurity practitioners in their real jobs. As the spiciness intensifies, the honesty increases as well. This is cybersecurity under pressure.
I'll answer and then I'll eat. You can eat first.
Okay, I will.
How does it budget? So what's interesting is when I was dealing with the retail side of things, and different organizations do budgeting differently. For the retail business itself, the security side of things, there is a bucket within the actual business or that particular digital channel, and that's where it should be. So it's interesting in the sense that I didn't have to do any of that budgeting specifically there. It is more about ensuring that it actually gets done. And they cannot come back and say, we have no budget. So they can deprioritize it for whatever reason, that's fine. But you cannot say that you have no money because there is actually a bucket there. Now, it's also very interesting because in that kind of environment, it shifts and changes so much. Budgeting is useless. Sorry to say, but honestly, in that kind of environment, who knows what we're going to be doing that year? I like to believe, right, that we can all plan a perfect plan. I don't know, this is what the business is going to be doing. I've been to a lot of organizations. You know, my LinkedIn tells you how many I've been to. None of them can tell you the fact that this is what they're going to achieve for the year itself. So I would say that, yeah, at the end of the day, for that particular organization, it was just more about, it wasn't a budgeting kind of situation as well. Other places, the budgeting is interesting, right? Because then you actually put a pulse onto what are the real threats out there at the moment. What's the flavor of the month? What's the flavor of the quarter? Where are the threats that are the highest? These are where, I would argue threat intel becomes real. I get it. IOCs and everything are important. But as a CISO, threat intel is important because it actually informs me about how much of a threat do I feel is that's going to come towards my organization. And that's sort of how I look at it. That's how I do my budgeting as well. And I don't budget to be, number one in security. I budget to be right in the middle. I budget to not be the last. That's how I do my budgeting.
So for me, the budgeting works the same for me. It's just the difference is that I get less challenge, and I also particularly ask more in the particular issues that we face, and then I get approval easier this time. So yeah. So in terms of budgeting is still the same. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same program. It's just now asking challenges from the finance, from the CEO or the CEO. It's just getting less because they can see and can relate this thing into the impact that they have. They're facing a lot of impact because they're being called as well by the regulators. They're being called by the head office. They're being called by reporters, and it's all talking about security, how secure you are, how much is budget you're spending in security. It's all the same questions. So the budget can come on the next cycle. Yeah. Okay. So okay. They get it more easier. It's not. There's no challenge, but easier to explain. Yeah.
It sounds like it's a bit of that after your house got broken into. You now are more willing to spend money on cameras, because the logic becomes very relatable, right? When it's your neighbor's house, it's less relatable. Um, I think oh, I have a slightly tangent question, right? Which is there's a trend that I will get to that. A trend that I've observed is that as the economy has been, struggling a bit, cybersecurity teams are being challenged from the budget conversation to do the same things or do more things with less budgets, right? Or consolidation of tools. What's your opinion on this circumstance? Like, or maybe I think the question is more, what's your advice to your fellow peers in the industry where, hey, you got to be creative now, you got to innovate ways of doing more with less, right? So, first of all, whether do you observe that trend?
I observe it in, well, okay, personally for myself, and being an executive of the current organization I'm in, um, it, it it isn't that kind of question I get. So thankfully, that's good. But at the same time, my observation of articulation and communication when it comes to budgeting is people generally, let me just put it this way. If your CFO comes to you and says you have to cut 10%, right? Your first response shouldn't be, I can't do it. Okay? Your first response should be, okay, let me go and monitor and see what I can do to contribute back. Trying to fight it is it's a fool's game. You're not gonna win it, right? Now, what you can do is that, okay, you're 10%. What does this mean? Look at all your services, right? Look at where are things that you can actually pull money backwards, number one. And when you do, what is your risk posture? What is your security posture, right? And then when you actually go back to the CIO, the CFO, and go, okay, I can do this 10%. However, this means that I have to pull these things back. And when I do these things, this is the position or the posture that we're going to get into, right? Now you have actually informed them about what the real impacts are. Jumping around and saying, no, I can't do this is not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything for anyone at all, right? And this is one key thing that I've learned all these years is that just because I can jump around, and you know what's the worst you can do to yourself? If the CFO tells you, oh, you need to cut 10%, and then you go, oh yeah, that means I can't buy this tool. You know what the CFO is going, I don't even know what the tool does. So get rid of it. You will be told, get rid of it. So you've done yourself a disservice by not articulating in a way that the CFO understands it, right? So absolutely, work with the business, erode it, figure it out, and then articulate back and going, I'm going to do this. This means this, and this is the risk posture, and this is the conditions of all our controls. If you're happy with it, we'll go ahead.
All right. So for me is aligned to what he says. So it's not gonna be no answer straight away, because as a CISO you have the strategy, right? So you have also the control that you want to implement, and you know which one need to be prioritized, which one last, which one more, right? So based on this category, and then you need to do review the strategy every year anyway, right? Regularly you update. So when you do the update, and then the question about more efficient, it's continue will come, right? Regardless, it will continue to come. Can you do more efficient? Can you more? You do that when you do the review of the strategy. You do that. Is there any way that there's new technology that can make more efficient, cheaper? You still do that. But at the end, after the review and after that, you've done all uh, the incoming or the inputting of a new technology become more efficient. You still have the list of the thing that you want to do, and then if you think that it's still not gonna achieve what they ask, like for example 10%, present it in what he said. Present that this is the risk that we need to do, and then this is the cost that we need to implement these things.